Hi all, welcome to Diversified Finance. So overnight, Federal Reserve increased their cash rate by 75 basis points. So they're sitting at somewhere near 3.75. So they're still aggressively increasing interest rates, and the cash rate in Australia is somewhere near RBA cash rate somewhere near 2.735. So we got a long way to go, and then if they keep on, especially in Australia, if they keep on increasing interest rate for the coming few months, coming 3, 4 months, or coming 6 months, it's not going to be good for the housing market, right? We'll probably see severe corrections for housing market. When I say severe, it could be 20, 30%, like even 40%. So this is not looking good for the housing market. But we have to wait and see. Like the only issue is people who recently bought property, right? Probably 6 to 1 year ago, like after COVID also, they will probably see their housing because the housing market will correct and then their mortgage is not going to be reduced, right? For example, if you borrowed $1 million to buy a property and the value of the property goes to like 800,000, you most people will probably end up in negative equity, right? So your value of your property will be like 800,000, but you borrowed 1 million to buy that property. So this is not a it's not a nice place to be, but eventually, right? Eventually, I hope it'll recover in the future. So, and increasing interest rates are not good for any market. It's not good for the housing market. It's not good for the share market. It's not good for the cryptocurrency market. So let's look at what Nasdaq did overnight. So this is not good news for Nasdaq and traditional markets. Dow Jones, S&P 500, all of them are significantly down, right? So Nasdaq dropped about another 1.7, probably not 1.8%. So this is what happened overnight. So investors were trying to get out of the market, like because the Federal Reserve is being very hawkish. Hawkish means they're just trying to aggressively increase the interest rate. So when interest rate goes up, there's no cheap money to prop up the traditional markets. So like Nasdaq and Dow Jones, when they don't have easy money, they just exit. They just sell and get out. They don't want to be in the market when there's an environment where Federal Reserve is keep on increasing interest rates. And specifically Nasdaq. So Bitcoin tend to follow Nasdaq, but looking at what Bitcoin has done overnight, Bitcoin is kind of holding up 18,500, right? So it's not too bad for Bitcoin. Let's go to BTC USDT. Yeah, so Bitcoin dropped to about like 18,148 or so, and now somewhere near about 18,500. So the sentiment is not looking good, right? I mean, in my last video, I mentioned the bottom is in. I still believe the bottom is in. Worst come to worst, we'll probably see Bitcoin retest 17,500, probably in October also. And after that, so we are in this bottoming pattern right now, right? So it's not a bad time to DCA buy, right? I mean, I'm not going to ask anyone to put your all money and expect Bitcoin to go to like 50K tomorrow. It's not going to happen. We need more time. But if someone wants to DCA, buy and hold for long term, right? Forget about the short term noise. Things are not looking bad, right? Even for Bitcoin. So you probably get most gains from Bitcoin compared to any other asset classes. Let's have a look at the weekly chart. Yeah, so this is the weekly chart. Even in the weekly chart, we are not looking good. So the only issue is if we break, right, there's a possibility it could happen. If we break 17,650, then the next support will be somewhere near 12K, right? The real support like 14K, something like that. Right? It's not looking good, but it could hit there's a possibility it could happen, but I don't believe so. But I could be wrong, right? Worst come to worst, we might drop to like maybe 16,500 and then probably go back up. That's what I said 2 videos ago. But last video was pretty confident that the bottom is in, looking at the charts and looking at the sentiment. but who knows? I could be wrong. But regardless, make sure you always have USDT, AUD. If Bitcoin in case drop to like 16,000 or 15,000 would be a great. It's a bargain for like if you are a long term hodler. You can buy it and hold it for long term, 1 to 2 years. You will guarantee to make money. Looking at the previous cycles, right? So and yeah, next bull rally would be vicious. Like it'll be a surprise for everyone. It'll just probably start rallying up so quick, and we probably won't be able to get in. Like the people who are waiting to buy 12K, buy Bitcoin at 12K, they might not be able to get in if we see like a reversal. So don't expect to see like 10K, 8K. Likewise, it's better to keep on DCAing right now. And in case if it turns around and goes back higher, you don't need to worry because at least you already got some at a cheaper level. And let's look at Ethereum as well. So Ethereum is holding up on this support. Let's look at the daily chart. So there's a bit of a support at 1250, which is somewhere here. So it's right on that at the moment. So if Bitcoin drops below 16,000 to 14, 12K, we could highly likely come back and retest probably about 1,000 or even below that, 800 or so could happen. But having said that, I already started DCAing Ethereum and Bitcoin. I know I have also started DCAing altcoins as well, right? Some of the altcoins are really cheap. They're down so much. So it's not a bad time to accumulate for long term. So I've already done that. And yeah, so the next Fed meeting will probably is on first or second of November. So we have about like whole month, like maybe about 1.5 months to go. So during this time, given that we already know the outcome, right? So that we already know that Federal Reserve has increased interest rate. We probably see like a bit of a rally. So we could see a bit of a rally for Bitcoin and for traditional markets as well, because we've been going down for so long. It's about like time they just probably go back up to like some levels like on Nasdaq. So if you see Nasdaq probably going back up, like gaining maybe 20-30%, that will probably benefit Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies. So if you see that sort of scenario, if I see that kind of scenario, I'm prepared to, because I'm buying right now, I'm prepared to sell some and keep some USDC aside in case if we see for the downside. So I have like enough cash to get back in. I have enough firepower to add more to my portfolio. So as I always mention, don't go put all your money into all coins. So I make sure you have 50 to 60% in Bitcoin, 20 to 30% in Ethereum, and the rest like 20 to 30% you can add some altcoins. And Ethereum, probably because of the merge, it pumped a little bit higher because we could not. I mean, we could have bought Ethereum somewhere near 800, but it not stayed there for so long because of the merge. It just pumped to about like 2,000 per coin USD, and now this is a great opportunity, like for us to buy Ethereum, right? I mean, Ethereum will be huge, right? It'll probably gain more out of Ethereum than Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin is bigger market cap, and if Bitcoin goes up by let's say 5x from here, 4x up to like 80,000 or so, then we could see Ethereum just pump to like 10,000 to 15,000 or something like that. So if you buy Ethereum right now, you probably could be able to get like 10x from Ethereum rather than buying Bitcoin. But having said that, it's not a good idea to go all in Bitcoin because all in Ethereum, because it's better to have a diversified portfolio where you have most of your money in Bitcoin. Like, this is the oldest coin ever for cryptocurrencies, right? Every other coin is there because of Bitcoin. So this is the king of cryptocurrency. So you better have some Bitcoin, and then add like 20-30% Ethereum, and then add some altcoins as well, because you'll probably be able to gain more money or able to make more money out of all coins. I mean, when I say all coins, I disregard Ethereum. So anything except Bitcoin and Ethereum, you can consider it as an altcoin. So even altcoin, you can diversify, accumulate and diversify them in your portfolio. For example, have some large cap like Cardano, XRP, XLM likewise, and then mid cap, small cap, and micro cap likewise. So smaller the market cap for these low cap, micro cap altcoins, bigger the return, right? When the market pumps, they'll probably make you lots of money, like compared to other coins. But having said that, we don't want to go all in, like, and buy like a small coin. What if it dies, right? Now, what if it's not going to pump so much? What if it's like some kind of scam like Luna or something like that? So it's very important to have a diversified portfolio. These are not good times, I understand, like especially for property owners, they are not having a good period, because we can see like for the last 30, 40 years, property just kept on going up higher. So right now, people are not in a good mood. Like, every time when they see, everyone has a house, right? Everyone's got a house. Everyone needs a house. Everyone needs shelter. So it seems not a good time. But just because of that, just do not like try to stay away from the market. Given that it's a really good opportunity, especially when you think about cryptocurrencies, the gains will be a lot higher. And even if you wait, like buy now and wait for another couple of years, right? Towards the halvening or just after the halvening, right, you would probably see a lot higher prices for Bitcoin and then a lot higher prices for all coins as well. So still a great buying opportunity, right? Just because there's so much negativity out there, don't just stay away from the markets, like, trying to accumulate whenever you can. And I think yeah, and XRP, just want to have a look at XRP as well. This is something that I've looked at recently. So this is something very interesting. So given that all the negativeness, right, we are seeing XRP doing something very interesting. So have a look at, this is the XRP dominance, right? So on TradingView, if you just type XRP.D, you get this chart, right? So this is the XRP dominance. So we have Bitcoin dominance, Ethereum dominance. So likewise, we have the XRP dominance. So if you, let me just go to the weekly chart so you can get a bit of better picture. And if you look at this one right here, see XRP, this is the weekly chart, XRP dominance, right? It just kept on dropping. So if you look at this trend line, it's like from 2014 to about 2017. It just hit this trend line so many times, so many touches, and then dropped. And once it broke this trend line, man, it just pumped so much. It's like in 2 to 3 months or so, XRP pumped 80x from here. This is the dominance. So like, so you won't see the price action here. So about 1% to about 30%. So XRP gone from 1% of the market, of the whole market, to 30% of the market. So that's huge. And now when we look at this one right here, this is from 2017 to about like mid-September. If you see, as you can see here, this is something really, really good. Like for me, I really like to see this, because have a look at this. For the last 5 years, XRP dominance, right? It 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times it was trying to break this trend line. And finally, right now, it just broke above this trend line, which is really good. Right. So this could be really big. And similarly, if it does something similar to here, this could be like a great time to accumulate XRP as well. So DCA by XRP, because we could see for the downside, because this is a weekly chart. And even if you check the monthly chart, this is very clear as well. So it's a very strong trend line, and finally it broke. See, this is the monthly chart. So this month is not over, so we don't know. Let's say XRP drops back down to, let's say, like 20 cents or 10 cents, then we'll just probably go back below this trend line. But so far it's looking good. So we have about another 8 days or 9 days to finish this month. So end of September, if we still see this candle like that, just like as is, that's something really bullish for XRP. That means something is coming up. And even if you look at the RSI, you can still see RSI is looking good as well. You can do your due diligence. So this is not financial advice, but look at this. For 5 years, it could not break this trend line, and right now it broke above, and this is something really good. So I hold XRP, and I've also got XLM, and then normally when XRP pumps, XLM tend to pump with XRP. So I'm holding XRP at the moment as well. Let's see, like I mean, that's why looking at these sort of charts, like it tells me like we are kind of in a bottom. Right? We don't have further downside. Even if you see another 10-20% downside, we will quickly recover by probably end of October. So okay, so I hope you learned something. So that's it for today. I'll talk to you in the next video. See ya.